Welcome to US Facts Daily, where we bring you the latest updates straight from the heart of the nation. From politics to major headlines, from technology to sports, we cover the stories that matter every day. Today, Apple unveils a budget-friendly iPhone with AI features. The Trump administration orders major defense budget cuts, and tensions rise over NATO's role in Ukraine. Plus, we have a tragic mid-air collision in Arizona and more. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a headline. Now, let's jump into today's top stories. Apple has officially announced the iPhone 16e, a new budget-friendly smartphone priced at $599, designed to appeal to mid-range consumers in markets like China and India. Unlike previous budget iPhones, the 16e integrates artificial intelligence features, allowing for smarter app suggestions, enhanced voice recognition, and AI-assisted photography enhancements. Apple is betting on affordability and cutting-edge technology to regain market dominance, as competitors like Samsung and Xiaomi continue expanding their reach. While the iPhone 16 lacks some of the premium features of its flagship counterparts, Apple hopes its AI-powered capabilities will set it apart in the crowded smartphone market. The release comes as Apple looks to recover from slowing global smartphone sales and attract consumers seeking AI-driven experiences at a lower price. In a major shift in defense policy, the Trump administration has ordered the Pentagon to prepare for significant budget cuts, amounting to an 8% annual reduction over the next 5 years. However, programs related to border security, nuclear modernization, and missile defense are reportedly exempt from these cuts, signaling a realignment of military priorities. The Pentagon has been given a deadline of February 24 to submit a detailed proposal, which is expected to face strong resistance from both Republicans and Democrats in Congress. Critics argue that such deep cuts could weaken U.S. military readiness, especially amid growing global tensions, while Trump and his advisors insist that reducing excessive military spending is crucial to balancing the budget. The proposed cuts will likely set off heated debates in Washington in the coming weeks. Tensions between the U.S. and Ukraine have escalated after President Donald Trump openly criticized Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy, calling him a dictator and accusing him of prolonging the war with Russia for personal gain. Trump's comments have sparked outrage in Kyiv, where Ukrainian officials denounced his remarks as deeply irresponsible and an attempt to undermine global support for Ukraine. European leaders have also rushed to defend Zelenskyy, reinforcing their commitment to aiding Ukraine against Russian aggression. Trump's statement has added new friction to U.S.-Ukraine relations at a time when negotiations over American aid and diplomatic support remain crucial. With peace talks underway and Ukraine feeling increasingly sidelined, this latest development could further complicate efforts to end the war. As U.S.-Russia peace talks continue in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, Moscow has firmly rejected the possibility of NATO peacekeepers being deployed in Ukraine as part of any ceasefire agreement. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov made it clear that any NATO military presence would be considered an act of aggression, warning that such actions could escalate the conflict further. The negotiations, led by U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, aim to restore diplomatic relations and lay the groundwork for a potential Trump-Putin summit, but key sticking points remain unresolved. While the U.S. continues to push for a path to de-escalation, Russia insists on securing its territorial claims before agreeing to any ceasefire. With NATO excluded from the talks, European leaders are growing increasingly frustrated with the U.S.'s approach to these negotiations. A tragic mid-air collision in Arizona has claimed the lives of 2 people after a Cessna 172 Siemens and a Lancair 360 Mk2 crashed near Marana Regional Airport. This marks the 7th plane crash in the U.S. within 3 weeks, raising renewed concerns about aviation safety and regulatory oversight. The National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, and the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, have launched an investigation, with early reports suggesting possible miscommunication between pilots and air traffic control. The recent federal layoffs at the FAA, ordered by the Trump administration, have led to fears that understaffing in air traffic control and aviation safety departments could be contributing to these incidents. As officials work to determine the cause, the crash serves as a stark reminder of the importance of air safety regulations. The NFL is expanding its global footprint once again, announcing that the 2025 season opener will be held in Sao Paulo, Brazil, marking the second ever regular season game in the country. The game, set to feature the Los Angeles Chargers as the home team, follows the success of last year's Eagles-Packers matchup in Brazil, which drew massive local interest. The move is part of the NFL's strategy to grow its international audience, with Brazil becoming a key market due to its rapidly increasing fan base and demand for live games. With the league already hosting games in London, Germany, and Mexico, this expansion into South America is expected to further boost the NFL's global presence. Fans in Brazil are already hyped, with tickets expected to sell out fast for this historic event. That's a wrap for today's headlines. From Apple's AI-powered iPhone to major defense budget cuts, it's been a busy day in America. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button and subscribe so you never miss an update. And drop a comment. Which story caught your attention the most today? Well, see you tomorrow.